Come on now, mute button. I am back. What were we doing? Traveling around in the Cataclysm. That's something I'm somewhat familiar with. No reason yet to head over there. Actually, no reason at all to go over there. Alright, let's continue our turnaround here. How's our power doing anyway? Oh, we're doing fine. Plenty of power. Okay, we want to avoid that. Zaindeer. Oh, Zaindeer. Another one I'm afraid of because they're so frickin' fast. Need to make sure I lose them before I get close to the mansion. Alright, so the most likely place to get medieval gear is the front of the mansion. We've already got a bunch of nasties out there. We're going to flip on the headlights. Here they come. There's another Humvee just waiting for me. Hey Humvee, how you doing? No wheels. So many Humvees have sacrificed their wheels. Problem here is the fast flyer is going to make it hard for me to rope the rest of these guys out of the front entryway so I can check to see if there's medieval gear in there for me. Oh crap. Yeah, he's way fast. He broke something. What the hell, dude? That guy is way quick. Okay, Gargoyle. I'm going right back into the Zaindeer. Alright, loop around. Now we'll go back and get the rest of the crowd. Zaindeer again. Let's see. Let's take the low road. Please don't zap me. Please don't zap me. Get some attention. Come on, zombies. Get out of there. Just need to stay far enough from the shock zombie that if I turn diagonally, he doesn't blast me through the angle. Similar problem though. I got this dog that's moving a little too fast. I can't pull the rest of the guys far enough, fast enough. Let's loop around and cut back down. Kind of scoop the rest of these guys back up again. Wow, this is a little more crowded than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of zombies out in front of this place. So, what I want to get a look at, I just want to get the front of my vehicle pointing this way. I need to check the corners here and over here. They're just out of sight. And I just need to be able to point my headlights down there while not having a whole bunch of enemies pile into me. Crap, we got a Zaindeer in that group too? Stupid Zaindeer is gonna mess up my attempt to herd these guys again. Well, we're getting a few of them out of here. Fortunately, there's nothing I can use to run them into that they'll fight or get distracted by. I'm probably gonna have to make this stupid roundabout too many times. It's gonna get too irritating. How we doing? Still got a pile of crap right in front of the building. Damn it. Come on, all you zombies. Get out here. Whoa! Oof. It would be really, really bad news to have a Zaindeer step into the vehicle with me. Just ridiculously bad. It's getting harder and harder to find clean spots. I'm going to start dragging stuff back into the area with me. I don't know how many more loops I've got in me. Might be better if I park over here now and just try to run in and check. Even if there's a zombie or two over on this side. What's my stats? So we got our full movement abilities. Hey, look at that. We're back to overweight status. Exactly where we want to be. So if I stop here and bail, these guys will follow me in, which is fine. Do I risk it? The Dissolute Devourer, yeah, they get slightly stronger with each enemy, each zombie buddy they absorb, but even if they're top end, they're not that scary. They're really slow to attack, and they don't do that much damage. So if you have any kind of combat abilities, blocks or dodges or anything, you can handle them pretty easily. They are way less scary than they look like. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. Headlights off. Alright, 3 zombies so far. I would like to avoid... I want to get in here so I can go through that door and then through here. I'd like to avoid going up and getting spotlighted from those rooms. So, let's burn a little stamina. Whoops. Alright, this could be bad. This could be bad. Alright, there we go. Now we're in the dark for most of this trip. Nothing. Alright, multiple guys outside have spotted me now. Nothing here either. If I try to go upstairs here, things could get pretty ugly. Do I have a towel with me? I don't think I have a towel with me. I can't afford to get boomered. Oh, I do have a towel, so I can get boomered once. So typically when I do this, I pop inside, check these 2 corners, then I pop upstairs and just check the rooms right near the upstairs area. Those are the highest likelihood of having medieval gear. You can find it in the basement, but in my experience it's way, way less common, and you have to really, really look all over the damn basement, which takes forever. So, the problem here is I've got too many things coming at me. Unknown things down here, and I'm worried if I go up, I'm going to encounter stuff upstairs and have stuff downstairs, and I will run out of movement options. So, while I have stamina, I think I'm going to bail on out of here. I think there's another stairwell somewhere over here. Oh, this is the one with the secret book, or the secret stairs. That's the secondary library. Hey there, Engineering 301. So, is it this one that is movable? Yep. So there's stairs right there. Unfortunately, those go down, which I don't need. I don't think I'm going to take that next one. I think I'm just going to run for the vehicle. Let's do that right through here. Uh-oh. Screecher, skeleton waiting for me. I don't mind getting dazed as long as I immediately get into my vehicle. I think I'm going to wait here, pull them down towards me. Oh, zombie hollow coming up from the south. That I need to avoid. But I'm letting these guys approach to get them further from the vehicle. So when they get close, I'll take off running. We're going to get dazed, but as long as I'm going to just immediately go hop in the vehicle, it's okay. There's the daze. Now we're going to take off sprinting. Okay, there we go. We are out of here. Likelihood there'd be anything else I would care about are fairly small. So, we'll just keep looking around and hope for some other options later. Let's circle back around, and then we'll hit the road back the other direction. Oh! Well, hi there, Exody quadruped. I think that answers the question. The Exodi are arriving! Exody quadruped. So, the aliens are here. Enormous quadrupedal robot seems to be cobbled together from parts, most of them unfamiliar to you. It moves with a heavy, oddly graceful gait. Its footsteps leaving shallow craters behind. It bristles with an arsenal of weaponry, but doesn't seem in a particular rush to target you. Huh. So do I haul all the zombies down here and let this quadruped take everything out? Watch, it's going to fire a plasma rifle at me. What is that thing down there? Hey there, thing. Scrap antenna. A sieve. Clothing I don't care about. Hiking backpack. Ooh, I like hiking backpacks. A broken Exody worker. And a steel jerry can. Oh, he is firing at range. I just saw his shot go north of his current location. But he's shooting things. Well, so I can't drive through there simply. I don't know anything about these guys yet, so I don't know just how true it is that he's not interested. It says hostile, and then he can see me. I don't think I'm going to trust it. I'd rather not lose a run to that kind of circumstance. PAMD 68 battle rifle fails the cycle. Yeah. Can I has one? Vorm has, please? Boop him? you think Boop-i-nator would be able to penetrate? I think Boop-i-nator might have a bit of a problem there. Whoa, he is shooting at me. He must have had that message. It says the actual description says doesn't seem in a rush to target you, but he is shooting me. He doesn't show any damage yet. Alright, we're out of here. Not gonna risk the run on that. Booping with the car with my solar vehicle. Yeah, that's not a good plan. Car booping in a solar vehicle is never a good idea. If I can get there fast enough. I wanted to check to see if this had a bunch of ammo in it, but I don't quite have enough room because the stupid grappler coming up there. If it wasn't for that one grappler position, I'd stop and check that turret for ammo. Nah, let's not risk it. What you hiding in the bathroom? Nothing. Alright, let's leave that alone. Stupid Zaindeer. We got Mr. Lappin the Warner hanging out in the cabin there. Leave me alone, Zaindeer. Damn it. More wasps. An evolved mutant. Hanging out in the swamps. Oh, that's changed. That looks different. Stop. Center. Zoom. Where are you at? Where are you at? What the hell? Just step behind a tree? Yep. Oh, he leapt somewhere. Not sure. Where'd he go? I want to look at him. He looks different than he used to. Oh well. So, another RV. Haven't waited out the stun effect yet. Oh. Whoops. What do we got? Compound hunting bow. I shall take. We'll compare that in a bit. Nah. There's no enemies inherent to the campgrounds. Just stuff nearby the campground that might migrate to it. But the campground itself does not have any enemies to worry about. So, it's got a security system. But again, I don't need a banged up RV. An inflatable boat. That's just what we need. So, modern recurve bow is what I've been using. Compound hunting bow. Bolt strength 9. Whoa, range damage way better. Currently set to medium weight. Let's set it to heavy weight. Activate. Compound hunting bow. Tighten limbs. Alright, so now it is on high. Now we're up to 18 base damage. That's pretty much double what we're currently doing, so we should be able to get much more damage. But, what's the strength requirement? What did it move to? It's showing here somewhere, right? Is my brain not seeing it? I thought it moved to like 12. Oh, 11 right there. So, I picked 12 strength very specifically because I knew one of the bows I wanted to get, which was this one, had 11 points. So by having 12, I would still be able to use it when I get some pain escalating and it causes my strength to drop a point. It's important with bows that you try to make sure you have at least 1 point of strength higher than the minimum the bow requires. Otherwise, you'll find when you get into combat, when bad things start happening and you go to use your bow, all of a sudden you don't meet the strength requirement to even fire your primary weapon because a little bit of pain has dropped your strength a point and you're without your primary. So, activate that, remove that, activate that, put it on that. Okay, we'll put that away. I'm kind of anxious to see how we do now. We should get a lot more critical hits with this. It is just ridiculously better. I want to compare it one more time now that I've got it ratcheted up. So the one I've got and the one I had. So we moved from a strength requirement of 9 to 11. Our range damage moved from 9 to 18. We literally doubled our damage. We also increased our range by 4, from 14 to 18. Our dispersion is a little bit better, but that's because we've got the mod and the other changes on it. So yeah, just all around ridiculously better. In every category, pretty much. Every category that matters. So hopefully we start splattering some things. If you're not familiar with arrows and the way they work, in a nutshell, there were changes made right after 0.E. So they hit experimental right after 0.E came out. And they made it so that bows do a lot less base damage. Most of their damage relies on a critical multiplier. So, where's it showing it here? There's a 10 times critical multiplier. Yeah, critical multiplier right here. So the base damage is not much. That's what mostly changed. So they put all the damage on the critical multiplier. Well, in order to get a critical, and the thing I disagree with the most, is it's just a line has been drawn in the sand that says you have to be able to perform a hit for a certain percentage of the target's maximum hit points. So if a target has 100 hit points, and I don't know, I forget the actual percentage or number, but let's say it's 25%. So if a target has 100 hit points, you have to be able to do 25 hit points of damage in order to qualify for a critical hit to occur. If you don't meet that number, you flat will never ever, not once ever, get a critical hit. You'll be relegated to the small damage the entire time. So in effect, what happens is a character who has never picked up a bow any time in their life can pick up a high power bow with a high multiplier and high-end arrow and instantly be scoring 150 point critical damage hits. Whereas Hawkeye, with 20 in every skill, a long bow and metal arrow will never ever 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 get a critical hit. He'll be doing 18 points of damage per shot forever. And I seriously disagree with that whole system. I don't like that an arbitrary line was drawn in the sand. And it's modified by armor of the target. And that's the big justification for it, is that armored targets are going to be a lot less likely to allow critical hits than soft targets. So anything that doesn't have any armor, I'm going to splatter. But I just don't like the fact that skill is 100% irrelevant and divorced from the process entirely. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just a mathematical formula. Arrow or bow damage modified by arrow damage. The multiplier for it. You either meet the minimum requirement for critical hit or you don't. Period. Nothing else matters. So I really don't like that. I wish skill was involved in some way. And there's several ways I've thought of that could be done. But yeah, I just don't like how arbitrary it is. But that's the situation we're in with bows. So now that we've doubled our base damage, we're going to have a way, way better chance of scoring the critical hits for big numbers. I mean, we're talking, you'll see. We've got the best arrows in the game, but we've only got 8 of them. So I can't just go willy-nilly firing these things off. I still have to be really selective about what I'm going to shoot with these carbon fibers until we get a hold of some additional arrows. But yeah, we've upgraded the bow massively, so that'll be helpful. And we have a really nice backup. We'll never use that longbow now. Nope. Has nothing to do with weak points of the armor, gaps in the armor, skill of being able to pick those points. Nothing. All it does is say bow damage times the arrow multiplier equals a certain amount. If that amount is greater than 25% of the total hit points of the target, you get to do 10 times more damage. That's the only thing. That's it. Period. Armor is the only other thing that modifies the equation. It takes armor into account before it makes the decision. So, it'll probably change again in the future, but for the moment, they're not going to change it. So, once we get a wound system in place, which is one of the big things they're working on, that's part of the whole blood loss system that got implemented. There's a full wound system that's going to be implemented where You can take serious, long-lasting wounds to various body parts and all that. Once that gets put in, probably there will be a revisit to the bow stuff. But I wouldn't expect it before the next experimental phase. Not even this whole experimental phase. I'd be shocked if anything changes before 0.H experimental. So, yeah. I just wish for, like, each point of skill for marksmanship or archery, like, each point would lower the percentage by 1% or something. So if you have 10 archery, you'd get the necessary threshold to get a critical hit would drop to a lower number by some amount. There's 2 or 3 ways I've thought of it could be implemented, but I've been complaining about it for a year. Hasn't done any good. Let's see. So, what are we off to do? We've got, like I mentioned, a library here I would love to go after. The problem we're going to have now is we're just starting into a full moon phase where we might get a little bit of a bonus. Maybe. A little bit of a bonus. Day raiding the cities is absolutely not going to happen. There's just way too many nasties. If you're not familiar, this game world was created with double zombies, so twice the number of zombies, half the item spawns. I also put 30 days of evolution into the world before we joined into the world, and it's double speed evolution, 2 times faster evolution. So that's why we're seeing so many nasties out and about. And the cities are just so full of high-end zombies that day raiding is just not an option unless I absolutely have to. So, we either need to sit somewhere, wait out the rest of the day, and try a night raid. I just don't think we have enough vision with the night bonus from the moon to make that viable. I need enough vision where I can actually shoot things before they know I'm in the area. If I've only got 5 spaces of night vision, that's not far enough. They'll smell me and come at me, and I won't be able to pincushion them. So, small chance that I'd be able to avoid the zombies and go raid the library. Could happen. We've got about 5 night vision normally, due to our night vision bonus and perception and all that. How many updates have been made due to Vorm's complaining? I am not a contributor. I am not a dev. I am not... I take no responsibility for the decisions others make in making changes to the game. Leave my name out of it. If I complain about something and you agree and you go make a change, don't even mention me. Yeah, I know Account Alias has done quite a few. I just treat it as a complete coinkydink. It's a complete coincidence that you're no longer able to dodge and block while driving your vehicle after my ridiculous dodging and blocking a couple of challenges back. Total coincidence. Oh, what to do. So, can we spend some time doing other things before I try to raid the city? As I mentioned earlier, hunting supply stores, critically important, a little tough to get into because they're locked up, so you gotta have an alternate way of getting in. But that's where the good stuff is. I desperately need to get into those in order to increase my arrow supply. Not going to worry about this bookstore. I would love to get into a pharmacy. We are light on medical supplies. We don't yet have our various garage things either. I really need to get at least a point or 2 into mechanics. Let's stop for a second. What books do I have? Let's get these evaluated real quick. That's the list, huh? Fab, Survival, Healthcare, and Electronics. So we don't have any mech books yet. Ooh, it's going to be faster in some cases to craft or do things instead of read. So unfortunately we've got a 6 intelligence character, so we're below the normal of 8. So it's going to be slow for me to do book reading. And the more time that passes, the more ugly evolution factor we're going to have to deal with. Is there a fun story behind the rubber bat? Nope. Just me several times saying, would somebody please modify the rubber bat so I can try to do a foam bat challenge. That's why we have one bash on the foam bat now. The Boop-i-nator. Bash of 1. What's hilarious, though, is as soon as Boop-i-nator takes even a single point of durability damage, he loses all of his abilities. I can't boop again. And of course he's made of plastic and rubber, so it's really, really easy for him to take damage. Poor Boop-i-nator. I don't have any boop kills so far this run. I gotta make sure I get some boop kills. No buildings that way either. I don't want to travel too far away. What to do. Let's work our way down here and see if maybe we can raid some of the houses. We've been able to do it a few times. Let's at least get a look at the local population. If I can get the library raided, that's pretty much it for that section. Bookstore if I have to, but the library should have enough to keep me busy for a long time. Is this the sporting goods? Oh, sporting goods on the outer edge of town. I'd like to get to those two as well. Pharmacy and the museum would be nice, but the chances I'm going to get into there is pretty small. The density of zombies is going to be fierce, plus the office tower is going to have a bunch of stuff piling out of it. So, yeah, I'd love to get in there, I just don't know that it's going to be possible. Especially with this kind of a character build. Alright, but let's do some reconnoitering. Alpha Bs, Z9s, firefighters. So we're not going to get an easy entrance to these houses. I think this is that long house. I think this is that double-size house with the stone wall there. I could try to lure this group of zombies away and then circle back. Same thing over here. If I can come down, the fence of the house is going to block notice, and I might be able to get into that one. So, let's see if we can lure these guys up, and away. Stupid slow zombies. Taking forever. I'm tempted to get out and start firing the arrows, but I don't have enough to deal with that kind of a group. We don't have a really good melee weapon yet either, so that wouldn't go so well. Come on, group up. Circle up. How is my battery power doing? Still fine. I get so much use out of just luring zombies away from where I need them to be. Alright, let's see if we can approach this other house, then we'll shuffle across the street. Bar guest? Where? Oh, the street's full of them! No! Zombie dog, you need to get your brethren to stop spawning in massive packs when I have double zombies on. Especially when we have Hulk dogs. Hulk dogs! Yes, Hulk dogs. It's probably not going to be all the animals in the area either. I think they can smell good enough. They're going to hear me or smell me if I try to go over here and get into this house. They're fast enough, I might not be able to get away from them. Alright, whoa, look at this. They're charging across the street to that other house I was about to try to go to. Wonder what's got their attention. Oh, no. Oh, it is the double-sized house, but it's got the walkway and a little garden. Alright, stop. Back up. I think I'm going to give it a try. How am I for gear? Got the M4. Random tools. Random medicine. Alright, we're good. Should have known better. Should have known better. It's one of those houses. Run! Get me out of here. Run! Oh yeah, good times. Good times. What do you think? Is that all of them? Or is there going to be another pack of 20 inside the house? I'm going to bet there's more inside the house. I'm uncomfortable with that group being over there also. I think they're coming this way. Yep, they are. That's unfortunate. Alright, well that basically puts the kibosh on me attempting to get into any of these houses. So, let's swing around. Lure these guys back a different direction. Nope, here comes the flyer. Now we got fast movers to deal with too. Necro. Oh, body sight again. Yeah, it's gonna get pretty hard for me to maneuver in there with all the enemies. So let's go somewhere else. Yeah, that kind of dog pack would be fun to walk into at night. I approach that fence in the dark, think I'm all cool and stuff, and then I hop the fence right into a yard full of dogs. So there is a back door. There's a park across the way, which is bad, and there's a bunch of zombies. This is one where I wish there any chance I can get the headlights pointing into that place at an angle so I can see if it's got... What do we got? What do we got? Fishing rod, swimming booties. Well, I can't see much. I think the archery stuff would be on this section here if it was going to have any. Oh. Books. Yeah, I don't think it's going to have anything that I need. Alright, we're going to say no to that one. You gotta turn your headlights on because you won't be able to see far enough into the building without the headlights. The natural light will only go a couple of spaces in. So, don't care. Didn't get a look at it. Which... Oh, it's the one I hate. I hate that garage. Alright, so we're not gonna pay attention to that either. Best I'll find usually is some tanks of gas for an acetylene torch, and that's about it. Well, I guess I'm gonna work my way around to the other side. We might come back to this library. I might just ignore it. Another body site. Which kind? Scientist, finally? Nope. Man, that's terrible. That's a terrible body site. A lot of goo. Gonna make a lot of blobs. Then we'll have a blob-pocalypse take over the city. Uh-oh. Bank? No, no bank. Roadblock? I don't see a roadblock from the southeast. Doesn't say from and below. Gotta be a roadblock, right? That sure seems like it'd be a robot from a bank. But I don't have any banks within reality bubble distance. Yeah, it's gotta be a roadblock right here. We should get a look at it when we come around this next corner. Hopefully we don't get shot. Oh, definitely a roadblock. M249. No 50 cal? Just two M249s. Alright. Some dead soldiers. Another M4. If I spotted something like light amp goggles or infrared, I might go in after the stuff, or try to anyway, but I think we will, we're plenty far away, they won't get me, so I'm just gonna buzz by, listen to them shoot things. I kind of like to go into that house there. If I can keep the house... Yeah, let's give it a try. I just got to avoid putting myself into a position where the turret can see me. Whoops! Well, hi there, hunter zombie. That's a little rude. See if we can one-shot him. Nope, only 20. There we go. So, there's an example of real damage. 219 with a second shot. This is what I mean by I really don't like the system. I mean, I've got a few points of skill, but a total noob who's never seen a bow in his life can do this same thing. With a high-end arrow and a high-end bow, he instantly starts critting everything in the sun and just triple-digit damage of all the critters, as long as he qualifies those numbers. But 20 archery, 20 marksmanship warrior picks up a longbow and metal arrows. 20, 20, 18, 20, 20, 18, 20. Cannot ever critical hit, period. I just don't like that. Don't like it. Alright. Didn't lose any of the bow or any of the arrows. That's good. Let's try this approach again. The other thing, here's my other main beef with archery. And this is probably the one that bothers me the most. I can fire 100 arrows in a row, no breaks, no stopping, and I'm fresh as a daisy. Firing high-end bows that require 12 strength or 11 strength apparently take no stamina whatsoever. And I think there's some kind of technical reason why that is, because it's really dumb, and I've been complaining about it loudly for a long time. But, yeah, I hate that as well. Smoker zombie across the street. Great, somebody's in the house. Was hoping for a nice, free, easy bit of loot. That's way too open. I think maybe I'll just break my way into the bathroom there and call it good. Oh, there's nothing in here anyway. Cough syrup. Well, that sucks. Alright, let's get out of here. Not much upside, whole lot of possible downside to trying to go in there right now. Yeah, the only thing stopping me from annihilating a whole lot of zombies is just the limited arrow supply. Let's go. I suspect we're going to get some zombies detecting me up here. Huh? You're going to let me all the way into this point? Should have edged a little closer to the building. Alright, let's pick another lock. Lock successfully picked. Narrow spectrum antibiotics. No thanks. No thanks. You're just gonna get me killed if I try to use you. Don't need a duster. Hey, look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous. That's funny. It's raining compound bows on my bow run. Oh, we got ants nearby, do we? Oh, acid ants! Acid ants in the basements! No! Please don't follow me upstairs, acid ant. Please don't follow me upstairs. Let's see. Do I have a hammer yet? I do have a hammer. Don't have pliers yet, but I've got the multi-tool, which I think gives me level 1 prying. We'll take the bacon and the yogurt. Can't have enough bacon and yogurt. Peanut butter, some cereal. And that's about it for this house, I think. I'm just surprised we were able to get over here. I guess I'm gonna work my way back out now. So, we picked up another compound hunting bow. I'm assuming this one is also the same as the first one, just hasn't been set, because it doesn't say light or heavy or anything like that. Currently set to medium weight, yeah, alright. So yeah, so we got a backup of for the best bow now as well. Ridiculous how many bows we're getting. No arrows. Bows all over the place, but nobody's got arrows, apparently. That's a little weird. And get rid of that. So as you can see, a large part of early game success, especially on harder difficulty settings, is just being patient, not putting yourself at risk, knowing that the world is infinite, and bailing out of dangerous situations. Are these the skittering plague things? They are. Fleeing. Giant infected roach feeding on the undead. Lovely. But mostly I'm kind of curious how far down this little narrow corridor I can get to get me closer to the hunting supply store. Doctor's office. Unfortunately, the whole southern end of this town is going to be infested with acid ants, and I'm not going to be able to go down there. They would get me killed pretty quick. But there's a pawn shop, chance of getting medieval gear out of the pawn shop, and then across the way the hunting supply store. Some chance for certain medicines at the vet clinic. I think... Do these roaches eventually, if I get close enough, start coming after me? Several of them down here. Oh, another benefit of this vehicle is the sound. There's almost no sound. So, unlike the gas-powered vehicles that have like 18 sound or so on. Well, anytime you have an anthill within... it's not as... I don't think the range is as big as like fungal tower ranges where you have danger out to like 16 spaces. But all the basements, all the underground areas within a fairly large degree of radius of this anthill is going to have ants in it. So, every single one of them. So, basically, I can't go into the basements of any of these buildings. I'm surprised I'm not seeing acid ants already. That's not that far a distance. I'm just really surprised these skittering plagues aren't coming my way yet. Ambulance to the south. Another house.